undoubtedly some lights are going to blow or the electrics are going to go bad. I'm going to need to have to get underneath the platform, and it's not going to be easy if I can't move it. So I'm thinking if I make the frame good and attach that to the baseboard, and then the platform surface, all I would need to do is put wooden tabs, glue wooden tabs to the bottom of it so that it slots into the frame. And then that'll be fairly secure. For electrical connections, I'm kind of thinking that doing getting some copper plate and attaching that to the top of the baseboard underneath the platforms. I would then be able to run wires and easily detach. So if I've got wires attached to the bottom of the platform, so long as they contact the copper plates, we'll have electric all the way around where I run wires. Or I'd seen other people doing copper rods, very thin copper rods, just run them the length and width. So long as you keep track of which one's plus and which one's negative, you can then solder wires to the copper rods, but your main structure is just bits of copper. And I can't remember who I got that idea from, but he did. He was doing a freight shed, goods sheds. So they're sort of covered sheds with a platform inside and tracks. So you run your freight cars into the shed, and they can be unloaded, protected from the weather, and you just unload them at a convenient height on the platforms. And most of them have lighting inside, surprisingly. So all he did was he put a copper plate in each corner of the baseboard where the building goes, and a copper plate in each corner of the building, so he can lift the building up and clean the track underneath or deal with anything that, you know, falls foul of the tracks. And it's all lit. And actually the lighting looked quite realistic because he's using copper rods up the corners of the building, and then you know how a lot of the old buildings would have a wooden A-frame to support the roof, and then when electric lighting came in, they would run tubes with cabling inside. So he just ran copper rods through, painted them black to look like metal tubes with wires inside, and soldered the lighting wires to the metal rods. So he basically one metal rod on each third of, 1/3 in, 2/3 in type of thing from one side of the building, and just you look at it, the lights are realistic looking metal things with or sort of a light with a metal hat on it, if you like, a better description. But that was soldered into the metal tube, or the metal rod, and oops. So not only did he end up with a building that you can just lift off and put back down again. Why did you disconnect? Let's do that again. So yeah, it was easy to lift the thing off if for light blue or whatever. And when you looked inside, it looked kind of realistic for scale. So I did like that idea, so I'm going to adapt that for a lot of my areas where the layout needs lighting, where I'm not directly on the baseboard. And obviously for the station, I'm not directly on the baseboard because I've got tracks on both sides of all the platforms, so I'm going to have to rig something up. So we'll see where things go. I think obviously a lot of that's not going to happen this week. But I can start getting prepared, and I think I can aim for, by the end of August, having both the bay platform and the adjacent siding completed, and at least a platform surface where passengers could stand waiting for trains. Even if I don't have a station building done, but things like station buildings or what have you are going to be a lot more complicated. We've only done 31% of the ploughing. It's on field 22. He's still doing 9 miles an hour, so I guess he's okay. It's not a fast job. It's 32% in an hour and a half. So potentially two-thirds in another hour and a half, which will be 11:30. So by the end of the stream, he'll be about two-thirds of the way through. And since we're going out this afternoon, I don't know that I'm going to get that contract finished today, real day. Might do. When we come home from the tractor show, we can I can just kick it off and have him finish. But I think I'm going to have to figure something out, because this is not going to take much more than another 15-20 minutes, I would guess. Did that one. I want to do the next one over. Which is also, oh yeah. Is this one faded because I accidentally engaged on this row? And I don't know what else, I don't know what else needs to happen. I suppose I could take the small tractor and the sprayer and go and do one of those fertilization contracts. I don't think I've got much more than a tank and a half load of fertilizer available on the farm right now. I could top it off completely, get it started, and then buy some more fertilizer at the store. And we can always, we'll use the store as a staging point to load up the fertilizer sprayer. And then once the job is done, I can run home, grab the little trailer and bring back whatever's left over. I mean, I don't have to do any more. Oh, actually. Ooh, we cleared the grass. And we've cleared the grass field, and I think it started growing because we harvested that last month. I might be able to spray that or not. I think what I ended up doing, I manually sprayed it because it just said I can't see any crop here, so I don't know what I'm doing. Now that could be an error with the field, it could be an error with precision farming, it could be me trying to spray the field before there's actually anything there for it to be able to judge how much nitrogen was needed. But we only needed about 40. Whatever the number is, measurement. 40 grams per hectare or something like that. So I just set it on a very low setting and manually ran around the field and got it all done. Probably lift that up when you're turning around because I'm sure I broke a lot of things there trying to do that manoeuvre. Anyway, it looks like there's a little ditch down there. It's not wet, doesn't look wet, but there is a bridge over it. So, okay. That up and oh, let's go that way and off we go again. So that's one field that does not need to be ploughed. I've got 43,000. Oh, decision. I think we've got a good amount of fertilizer. I think if I do a fertilization contract, that will get me a little bit more money and probably leave me with a little bit more new thing on sale. Little bit more fertilizer on the farm, and then you can think about looking at other stuff to do on that on the farm that might end up costing me a bit of money. So long as I got a little bit more money, that gives me the opportunity to do those things. We should be nearly done with this. Looks like I might need to grab that edge there. To there. Do that. Whoops, go forwards. Oh, I've left some compaction in the soil. That's a bad thing. I don't know that compaction's actually a crop affecting thing at this stage. From what I know, or from as far as I'm aware, it is a visual thing to make it feel more realistic, and not actually a practical effect thing. Okay. I think we can probably leave this out in the rain. This millennial farmer leaves his out in the rain, so that'll be fine. We're going to have to use it later when we harvest all this corn anyway. That's still at least another month away. So probably going to skip through September 2, 3 and 4. Unfortunately, we're not going to get past September 1 with the contract still running. So I might as well find something else for me to do while we wait for that to complete. I thought it would take less time, but oh well, such is life. Big fields, big jobs, take a long time. But this field and this job is done. Lift, fold. Okay, where shall we stick? Let's see, there's a nice area of land here, not particularly flat, obviously. There's a nice bit of land behind the horse barn. So I could put a manure pit right behind the horse barn. This track here, don't know, seems to run over to those trees over there. This field over here would be nice to own. That's more corn. Fit through here, yes. And I think this is a silage pit. Suppose I could get out and have a look at it. Doesn't tell me anything. Fill level, chaff 0, compacting 0. This is definitely a silage pit, so if we ever want to do silage, we can do that there. Hi, horsies. I do have a stable manager, so there's then, well, I guess this area here I'm not going to be able to use. There is a plot of ground over there which looks quite flat. We can put a shed on. There is a plot of ground here. Looks very big. I could put a hay barn on it. I could put other things on it too. So the farm itself has a lot of potential for expansion. But for right now, it is what it is. Let's unfold that. I don't think I can detach it while it's folded. Down. Oh, okay. Right. So let's go get the small tractor and hitch it up. And Murphy, good day. Welcome. Unfortunately, today I am going to be in a very big rush once I finish streaming, so I am not going to be able to hang around afterwards. I will check Discord before I go. Okay, you back up. Stop there. Okay, this tractor here, I want to disconnect that. Ooh. Stay clear of that. Come on, go. Seriously, go forwards. What? Why are you not going forwards? My tractor's broken. We're doing okay today. Seriously, what is the problem with this? One low, forward, go. Okay, let's jump out. Jump back in again. My tractor's broken. What the heck? Okay. I'll turn that off and jump out. I'm not going to be able to use that tractor for what I wanted to do with it because for some reason the gearbox broke. Dirt damage. Diesel. Blah, blah, blah. Things. So, yes. Yeah, we're off out to a farm show after the stream, so I cannot hang around at all. Okay, you are backing up fine. Okay. Now, I didn't have any any problem with that little tractor yesterday, so I don't know what the deal is. If I can't use that. That over there. Put weight over here. Get the sprayer. It's a bit of overkill for spray work, but such is life. There's the contract. Contract's still good. Oh no, there was another. Was there another thing that came up on store sales just now? Don't know. Okay, let's get this filled. Let's crash into things. Here we go. Okay. It's interesting. I think we have two of the three used, and I'm not sure how much this is going to fill up. Not even sure if I've got this the right way around now. But anyway, actually I don't. So, aye. And yes, that's not even 100% of a load for this. So, it is what it is. Let's go find ourselves a contract. Cultivating, fertilizing. 32, that's where the store is. Is that where the store is? Yes, there's the store. It's over there. Actually, that's off that farm there. Not right now, I'm streaming, and not after I finish streaming because I have to go out immediately. So I will check on Discord, I may send you a message there, but I can't have a conversation today. Farm line 19 is over there. Looks like it's along the train line too. I'll take both of them. I'm gonna have to kill some time, and spraying typically doesn't take long. So yeah, unfortunately, this weekend is a very busy weekend for me. We're heading out to a tractor show, so I may end up filming some of the stuff there and posting some shorts on my YouTube channel of what we saw and what was going on. Yeah, I'm not. This is my relaxing time, and then it's going to be hectic daytime. Which, face it, most of my Saturdays aren't particularly hectic. Okay, so if I remember rightly, we are going to pull off at this farm at the end of the road. Okay, yeah, I'll